guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a foundation review, an in-depth review of the new Makeup Forever Watertone foundation. As always, I'll be showing you how it looks on application, a side-by-side before and after, how it looks in flash photo, natural light. I'm going to wear it throughout the day and show it to you throughout how it looks at the end of the day so you can get a good idea. I want it to be as helpful as possible for if you're trying to decide if you want to pick up this foundation. So be sure to subscribe if you like this style of review. I will have other Makeup Forever foundations reviewed down below along with some more recent reviews. How many times can I say review and foundation? If you like foundation reviews, have I said this already? Be sure to subscribe, but let's go ahead and get started. Wow. What a mouthful of words that was, but I'm not going to get it back into it and reshoot that. I think I said everything I wanted to. So this is the Makeup Forever Watertone Skin Perfecting Fresh Foundation. Comes in a glass bottle with a little pump on the top. You're getting, how much in here? 40 milliliters, so actually a little bit more than the average size of a foundation. It's going to retail for $37 American, $50 Canadian, and it says it is transfer proof and for face and body, made in France. So 1.35 fluid ounces in here, so a decent amount, which I think is great. It does only come with 15 shades, but that being said, it's very light coverage, so one shade in here could fit, I'm gonna guess here, anywhere from like 1 to maybe 4 different skin tones underneath. So that makes it like more forgivable in the fact that it only has 15 shades. I'm gonna go ahead and just apply it straight to my skin. I'm gonna skip primer today. This is definitely a product that I would use on like a low makeup day, and I did just do my skincare. So I'm gonna also show you actually swatches today because I've got 3 shades here in front of me. So let's jump into those. So I'm gonna start out, that's Y415 here. It says lighter tan skin with very golden. In my opinion though, that is not very golden at all. If anything, it's kind of pinky. I don't know if the color is picking up enough. Is that any better? Then on to Y434, darker tan skin with golden. This one, in my opinion, is definitely more golden, more orange. Historically, in Makeup Forever foundations, I've worn anywhere from like Y15 to Y434, like I'm wearing right now. And then the last one that I have, I actually picked this up during the Sephora sale and then they sent it to me. I have Y445, darker tan skin with neutral. Again, this feels a lot less neutral than I would expect, or what I'm used to from foundation. If anything, especially next to something more golden, it pulls kind of pink. But those are the shades there. And here they are on my arm, if you can see. So 415, 434, 445. I don't know why it's hard to get that out of my mouth. A lot of 4s. Okay, so I'm going to shake up Y434. That's the shade I'm going to wear. It has a little bit more like perhaps oranginess than what I would prefer, but I think it's the best match, and because it's lighter coverage, I can, like I mentioned, kind of get away with it, and my body's a little bit deeper than my face, so this kind of acts like a facial tanner. And I'm using the Makeup Forever Watertone sponge. It's nice. It's got like a flat bottom, and then there's the flat bit here, which I'm using on my face, rounded here. It gets super spongy. And is bigger than a beauty blender. My guess is because they're recommending this for face and body, but it's nice. Same idea as a beauty blender, just different shape. Actually going to take out a second pump and use a brush. This is the Sephora Pro Airbrush. This foundation is interesting. It's like you'd expect it to give you a little bit more time to play with it than what it gives you because it is such a liquidy foundation. It claims to be like light and radiant. It reminds me, I'm guessing is a replacement for the Water Blend, which I loved. I reviewed that a while back, and they've discontinued that. But it's like, I don't know, it can get patchy, I think. You know what I think it is? I'm trying to figure out what it is. I think it's because it doesn't layer well. So I just took out 2 pumps onto my hand. I think it doesn't build on itself nicely. So I'm just gonna like quickly get this all over my face here. Because I think, like, you know, and I've said a million times, like, don't try and layer up light coverage foundations, but I mean, like, don't try and get it to full coverage. not like don't add light layers to build to what is possible. But with this, it's like almost like when I was talking about the Chanel water tint, there's a particular way that you need to apply it to your face, and I found with my hands letting it set in between layers lets it build, but that is not the case with this foundation because the finish is so beautiful that I want this, like when it works beautifully. Maybe I can like contact them and ask them if there's like something I'm doing, because it looks so good, but then it does those weird things. Like I was filming this and I was testing a new moisturizer today, and then I just went and washed it off and put on one that I know works with it because it started acting weird. So I think, as you can see now, it looks great. I would be happy to wear it like this with absolutely no more makeup on my face. Like I said, it's almost like a self-tanner perfector kind of effect that it has on me. It says it's radiant. I wouldn't say that it's like super radiant, especially where it does like dry, like it's not dried down. There's still a little tackiness to it, but it's definitely not super radiant, but it's like the perfect finish that I want it to be. So it just looks really great on its own. There's some foundations that you can fully wear on their own and they just make your skin look great, versus like a matte full coverage foundation. If you put that on, you have to kind of, well, you don't have to, but you know, for me anyways, I have to put on concealer and the rest of my face to make it work. But this on its own, while I am going to put some powder and things like that on, I'm definitely going to lean into what they're going for and keep it super, super light. So I'm going to go ahead now and take some photos and put on the rest of my makeup, which will be minimal, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back with the rest of my makeup on. I kept it super light, and everything that I'm wearing will be listed in the description box below. I thought this foundation looked really, really beautiful in photos. Here in my lighting, you can see there's a nice sheen on my skin. It looks like a good color match. My freckles are showing. And then when I took it with flash photo in a dark room, beautiful. Again, same thing. Skin looks fresh. There's a little bit of sheen. You can see my freckles. There's no like white cast or anything like that. And I think it looks really good. And that's kind of to be expected with most light coverage foundations, because your skin is actually showing, as opposed to something that's more matte and full coverage. The foundation is doing all the work, and that's what's going to be like reflecting back the flash, if I'm describing that properly. So I think it looks really good. But that being said, and looking like at Sephora, on the Sephora website, when they call it radiant, I don't feel that that is particularly accurate. Also to note, it is silicone free and oil free, safe for acne prone skin, they say. I feel like if you have dry patches, it might catch on them. But that being said, it does feel like it could be a better option for those of you who have an oilier skin type. I'm not really oily right now, so I can't say like with absolute certainty, but I can always give you an idea based on my many, many years as an oily skin gal, that the fact that it does actually kind of dry down a bit works in your favor. So it's a bit of an interesting foundation, because then, that being said, I do feel kind of like you need a bit of a hydrating base, which you can do as an oily skin person. So it's definitely interesting. It's not like really many foundations that I've tried before in that sense. And I know when I wore it for the first time, I just filmed an Instagram reel and I went about my day. I think I was out that day for whatever reason. I think I had maybe an appointment or something. Either way, it held up better than I expected it to for something that was said to be such light coverage, and that often doesn't come with great options for oily skin people. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and wear this for a couple of hours, and I will check back with you in some natural light. I just realized I have no mascara on. But anyways, all good. Okay, I will see you in a couple of hours. Hello, coming to you with my check-in. I've actually had this on for a long time. It's a little bit of a later check-in that I meant to. The day got away from me. But I think you can see things still look really matte on my face. There's no kind of product right here on the tip of my nose. That's where I tend to lose foundation. I think I've lost some here too. I think you can see some of the patchiness coming through. It hasn't oxidized or gotten oily or slipped around, but it has kind of looks a little bit worn, considering I haven't really done a ton today physically. So I'm going to continue to wear this for a few more hours, and I will check back with you this evening. Hi guys, it is the end of the evening here for me. I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling a little rough. It's the first day of my period, and I cannot wait to wash my face and put on a face mask, or just not have makeup on anymore. This foundation is quite a bit of a letdown to me. I've tried it a couple of times. I've had more successful days than today, I felt like, but I wasn't looking as closely as I was today, and it just has not held up. My skin is more dry right now than it is oily. I think if you have an oilier skin type, this may be more suitable. I'm perplexed at the fact that they said that this is radiant. It's not really. I mean, even before I powdered it, you saw it on my face, and I really love the look on initial application, but it just did not wear nicely today. I will say I did touch my face a lot today, but it's just a weird texture in right upon application, something that's supposed to be radiant and light and sheer and water tone. It just did not have that ease that I expect, that I got from the water blend, and that I've gotten. Like, I loved so many of Makeup Forever's other foundations. Top recommendations from them are the Velvet Matte and the Reboot. If you're looking for something that's actually radiant and light, the Reboot is great. Something more matte, a little bit more coverage, the Velvet Matte is incredible. So this one is a little bit of a miss for me. Let me know if you've had better success with this. Maybe I need to keep trying, but for me, I really shouldn't have to work hard or at all to make a foundation work. So yeah, this one is going to be a pass. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at SamanthaJaneYT, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!